Brand new Styyle Chronicles show. Happy Monday, Model Monday to all of our listeners. Thanks to everybody that's tuning in. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you from the bottom of our Chronicle hearts. As tonight's show, we are continuing Model Appreciation Month. This is Model Appreciation Month.
Model Appreciation Month.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. This is Sean Smack Mac along with my co-host, my guest co-host for the night. Shout out to the Danielle Baker. She will be joining us back again next week. She has the night off, so lucky her. Or
Yes.
In some cases, lucky her. But much love and respect and all those hugs and kisses out to the Danielle Baker. But I have Focus on Me Beauty herself. She was here last week and she is back. She's like my sister.
Yes.
Yes, Miss Hope Joyner.
Yes.
How are you, my dear?
I am good. I am so happy to be here this evening.
Yes. Thank you. And tonight's chronicle is entitled Her. Simple as that. H-E-R. Her. As we are talking to our petite and average female models, and we also have some kid models, which let's get right into that. Joining us on the Styyle Chronicles show tonight is two inspiring, I would definitely say inspiring models, but they are taking the runway by storm. And we're gonna find out exactly how old they are. They look so adorable.
Look so cute.
I know, exactly. All right, so introduce yourself and you give us your age.
Hi, my name is Arya and I'm 7 years old. Hi, my name's Teresa and I am 8 years old.
Yes.
Well, first of all, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Are you guys nervous?
No.
Okay, you sitting all the way back there. You gotta come up, son.
She like, I got
Right,
this,
exactly.
okay? She got
I'm gonna push it back to
this.
you. So there you go. That's better? All right. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. What made you guys decide to start modeling? I'm gonna start with you, Teresa.
Well, what made me decide was that I could express myself in modeling. I can show who I really am on the outside and inside.
Okay. Now, when you first mentioned to your mother that you wanted to get into modeling, were you nervous, or was this something that you was just like, I really want to do this?
I really wanted to do this.
Okay. Did you see anybody like that kind of made you decide to want to start modeling?
Yeah.
Okay. Who would you say that was?
Well, Miss Baker.
Oh, okay.
Miss Baker.
Yes,
Shout
Miss
out
Baker.
to
Shout out Miss Baker.
To the Danielle Baker.
Yes,
Right?
the one and only Danielle Baker. All right. So, Ari, what about you?
Well, what made me be a model is I always had one person that inspired me to be a model.
Okay, who's that one person?
That one person is Diva Devana.
Okay. And why? And what made you? And why would you say that?
I would say that because I watch on YouTube. I watch her shows and think of her as me on the runway.
Okay.
See, I'm about to back away. I'm about to hand the show over to y'all. So, with modeling, what is one thing? I know Teresa said that it inspires her. You know, it's a way that she can express herself. What does modeling do for you?
Well, modeling makes me it's energetic and it expresses me a lot because I get to show people what I really am and what I like to do.
Okay. Now, how many shows would you guys say that you have actually done, Teresa?
Well, I've been starting modeling since I was 3, so I'm guessing I've done Lord & Taylor.
Really?
I've done Lord & Taylor's. I've done Girls Glam, Signature Ink. Oh my God, Maryland Fashion Week. Baltimore. Yeah.
Girl, you need to make a party.
Right. Her resume. Your resume. You know what?
I'm busy.
Right.
I'm busy. It's like I'm a busy bee.
Really?
Girl.
So, with modeling, do you do anything else other than modeling?
Yes.
Okay, what
I
else do
do
you do?
dance, taekwondo. Oh yes, I do.
So somebody can't mess with you. So if somebody steal your heel at a show, you coming after them,
Oh, she
basically.
said, I'm not just cute, I'm dangerous.
Oh my goodness, I can't. That is funny.
No, I won't fight them over a heel, but like if they do anything to me or touch me, yeah, I'm gonna get them.
All right. So what about you? All right. How many shows have you done?
I started modeling since I was 5 years old,
Okay.
and I have done a lot of fashion shows. I modeled with 3D Couture Kids, Ice. I used to model with Couture Dolls
Okay.
and Girls Glam, and that's it.
Okay. So you guys have a pretty lengthy thus far kid resume.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Hope? You got any questions?
You know what? I don't even have any questions. I'm really sitting here in awe that sometimes I wish back and wish, darn, I had somebody to push
Don't do
me.
that.
You know, when I was
Don't
that
do that because that
age.
show your real age. Don't do that because then I be sitting here like,
Be quiet now.
Exactly.
Be quiet now.
When you get that club card. When you get that official club card.
But I do have a question for the young models.
Okay.
So, what do you aspire to be? Like, where do you want to go in your modeling career?
Huh?
Who do you want to be like in your modeling career?
Well, I kind of want to be like Diva Devana, kind of what she said, and I just want to be like, yeah, I want to be her one day.
Okay.
And this is who I have to go find out who this is.
Well, this is Therese.
Okay.
That's Therese.
No, but who is Diva Devon?
Oh, Diva Devana, she is this model, and she does all these shows, and like she's just amazing.
Is it? I think I want to say I think I've seen her before. She's like, yeah, she's like 14 or 15 or something like that.
Yeah.
She
Okay,
did
she's
two
on
shows that I was
recent.
in,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
what?
So I'm
Let
gonna,
me-
okay,
what?
We go on our next break. I'm gonna go Google her. Okay.
What? That's all I'm gonna say is what? Exactly. That's what? And it's funny because at first when they mentioned the name, I was like, that sounds familiar. Then when she started talking about it, I was like, oh yeah, that's the same girl. Everything.
Wow.
Absolutely awesome. But you know what? At the end of the day, you guys are on y'all following right behind her footsteps, and that's all that matters. So I'm gonna bring in their parents real quick, cause I know they over here like recording, but I know it's always interesting when you have the youth. It's always somebody that's behind them that has to be there to make sure they're on time. So let's bring in the parents. If you could introduce yourself and who's your child?
Oh, hi, I'm Cheryl, and my daughter is Therese.
Do it one more time in the microphone.
I'm Cheryl, and my daughter is Therese.
Okay.
I'm Rosina, and I'm Aria's mom.
Okay. So, Cheryl, first of all, with you, when Therese came to you and actually said that she wanted to get into model, what was your first thought?
Well, she was so young. It was actually something that I pretty much sought out for her. She had so much personality at such a young age that it was kind of like obvious to me that she was going to be in some type of performing arts.
Okay.
So fashion shows came first. And she first started out with Danielle. And she had her first photo shoot at probably about 3 or 4. And the pictures, I mean, not just being her mom, but just like the feedback from a lot of people was that she photographs very well.
Okay.
So originally it started off as just being, let's see what we can do print-wise. And, print turned into some other things, and then it turned into fashion shows. So we've just been doing it since she was about 4.
Okay. So, are you critical now to the point, because seeing that she's been doing this and she kind of got a nice run through. Therese shakes her head.
She is a stage mom, okay?
She is a stage mom. She shakes her head.
I used to be. In the beginning, it was kind of like always on social media, looking for the next opportunity, looking for the next show, looking for the next casting.
Okay.
So in the beginning, I really was.
Okay.
Now we've kind of like, slowed down. We're looking for, opportunities that can really take her places.
Okay.
So it's important that, I do my homework when it comes to putting her in shows and, before I run around like a chicken with no head,
That can
taking her
happen.
over these castings, I definitely have to make sure it's something that's really going to put her out there.
Okay. All right, so I'm bringing Ari's mom. Hello, yes.
Hello.
Okay, so same question with you. When Ari first came to you and actually said that she wanted to get into modeling, what was your thought?
Well, it kind of came out of nowhere, honestly. She was in a show for a friend of mine, and when she first started, it was her very first time. She had just turned 5, and she really enjoyed it. It was her very first show, and she did really well. And from that moment on, she's just been doing shows with the church, with the groups that she's named. When I asked her, are you sure it's something that you want to do? And she said, yes, this is what I really wanted to do. She loves being on the stage. She eats it up. Okay. So she loves attention, and being on the runway gives her that. So she loves it.
How is it being a parent and having to deal with that, with her schedule, putting that with your schedule? Can you give like a testament about that?
It's rough. I have an awesome support system, so that really helps. But my only free day is Mondays.
Oh wow!
She has something to do every day of the week. Every day of the week. So, and I make it my business to make sure it's things that she wants to do and not something that I'm pushing her to do.
And that's important. I definitely will say that's important.
I always ask her, "Are you sure this is what you want to do?" Because mommy will be okay if you say no.
Okay. And between the two of you, anyone you can answer this question. What kind of advice could you give any, our listeners that are parents that have, children that are interested in aspire to be a model, or just to get into that particular field? What kind of advice could you give them to get started or to get things situated?
I would say, I know that Teresa has been doing it for a long time, so her mom, I'm sure she has a lot of great advice. But just starting out with Aria, I would just make sure that it's something that they really want to do. I try my best to put her in everything from Girl Scouts to things at the church and sports, and just so she can find what it is that her passion is really for. Okay. And the one thing that has stuck has been modeling. So just make sure that you communicate with your child and really talk to them to make sure that it's something that they really want to do, because even with them being young, they still, when they're in shows, they're expected to conduct themselves as though they are adults. They still have to be patient and not always wear things that are comfortable and, long hours and rehearsals and makeup and hair. So just make sure that it's something that they really, truly want to do.
Okay, and right before I get back to the 2 kid models that I'm just shocked by already. They didn't set the foundation for Miss April over here. So, all right, so Cheryl, last question for you. In regards to just the way that the industry is as of right now, how is it dealing with rejection when it comes to kid modeling? Because I know they get turned down for gigs as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that, because I was definitely going to bring that up as far as my piece of advice.
Okay.
In the beginning, of course, because Therese was so young, when she didn't get something, it was hard, but now it's to the point where she knows you either get it or you don't. Okay. And, I try to tell her don't cry about it, but that's not fair. But she's been doing it for so long that, she knows you either get it or you don't. Okay. And I think because, like you said, there is rejection. There are times when you are going to go out for castings and stuff, and you're not going to get picked. Exactly. So that's just something that you just have to come to expect. And I think that, if you have a child that's really just like super emotional about it and always just, oh my God, why not? And, why they didn't pick me, then, maybe you might want to, find something else, or either just, help your child just explain, the process that's just how life is. Exactly. It's something where you're either going to get it or you're not.
Even at that age, you have to have a pretty tough skin. You have to have really tough skin, even at that age. It's hard for adults, so I can only imagine how hard it is for children.
Well, I have to thank the parents. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I definitely wanted to bring them into the mix because, with a good kid always comes a good parent. Oh, yeah. So, they have to have their back support because they ain't driving there by themselves.
No, they're not.
Shout out to the parents. Right. Exactly. It's definitely important. Definitely.
That's huge.
All right, so I'm going to get back to you two. So, in regards to runway or print, now, you've done print before, correct? Have you done photo shoots and things?
Yes.
Okay. If you had to choose one between runway and print, what would you choose?
Runway.
What about you, Teresa?
Runway.
Okay, why do you guys say that?
Well, I say runway because, like you just wanna have your head held high and stuff.
Okay.
Like you just wanna show the world that you can do it and stuff. Like you just wanna show who you really are and who you are and why you do it.
Okay. What about you, Ari?
I chose runway because I like to do stuff that contain modeling.
Okay.
And I like to do dances, routines, and a lot of stuff that contain modeling.
Okay. So you guys, so with the fashion shows that you have done, do you do more of the dancing, the routines? Are you kind of good in that area where you prefer dancing a little bit more than modeling?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you ladies ever considered doing pageants other than modeling?
OMG. Well, I've been the owner of Studio A, she said, Therese, I think you're gonna be really good in pageants. And I said, well, thank you. And I asked my mom, I said, Mom, can I at least get try out one pageant? And she said, those are expensive. I said, Mom, can I just see if I can try to get a crown or something? I wanna be like Miss Maryland or something. I don't know.
Yes, Miss Maryland.
You're gonna be Miss Home. That's what you're gonna be, Miss Home.
But I wanted to do it so bad, but I'm just gonna try to keep on asking her until I can try to do it.
It's coming. It's coming. Just keep.
Right. And Miss Aria, what about you? Would you be interested in doing pageants?
I would be interested in doing pageants because I love to do things. I like to meet new people when I do things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like to wear makeup because it's
You're talking to the Miss Makeup over here, Miss Hope. So.
it feels like it gives me a special face when I'm out.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I like that one. Okay, so how is it working with? Two more questions. How is it working with other kid models?
Well, sometimes.
Be honest.
Okay, sometimes working with other kids who doesn't really have an experience, it's kind of hard teaching them because you're so good at something and all the poses and stuff that you do, it's probably not their style.
Okay.
It's just probably they're probably I don't know, probably they just they're not interested or something, but sometimes you just have to work with what you have and try to make the best out of it.
Okay. What about you, Ari?
It's kind of hard working with other kids. It's hard working with other kids that don't have experience because either they never did fashion shows or they don't do a lot of stuff that other kids do. And it's hard. It's also hard that they don't do a lot of things and they can't learn all this stuff that we're trying to teach them because they don't know. Because they never been in a fashion show before or they never did all that twisting and turning, so they might not know.
Makes sense. So what would you like to be when you grow up? I know Hope oh, okay. Go ahead.
When I grow up, I would like to be a superstar and a famous model, and I would like to be a teacher.
Oh. Okay. Now wait. Now when you say a teacher, are you planning to teach fashion, or what kind of subject would you like to teach?
Fashion.
Okay. I just aspired to see. Look at that fan. She's gonna remember this
I want to
interview.
teach vintage.
Oh. You know what? I'm gonna do the glass on that. I'm done. So she's teaching vintage fashion. What about you, Therese? What would you like to be when you grow up?
Oh, when I would like to be when I grow up, I would love to be a Broadway star. I would want to go to New York.
I can see it.
Sing, act, dance, and what I also want to do is I want to write some books. And you know what? Here's the thing. I
Tell us.
Well, my book is called Dream Big, Never Small, the story of Therese Ashley Smith. And yes, I give my mom like at least one chapter and stuff. Like it's just like all the stuff that I've been going through. Like I'm trying to tell people like what I've been going through or what they're been going through that they shouldn't
Right.
She got the book name. I don't even know if all that can fit on the book, but she got the
It will.
You better make
She
it work.
claiming that.
You know what? Y'all can kick this show off in a good way. I gotta bring my level up now. Miss Baker says her love. Miss Baker says all you guys. She loves you. She's listening to the show and she says she loves you guys so much. You guys are representing so well, and she's so excited. She's smiling as of right now.
Thank you.
So.
Thanks.
All right, so if people want to come out and see you, do you guys have any upcoming shows or anything that you guys are doing coming up?
Well, what I'm doing coming up is I have a June recital.
Okay.
It's for dance and stuff, and like I just like want all my family members to come like there because like New York, like I just want all of them to come in there because they haven't been to my recitals. It's mostly my dad and my mom, and I said like I need to see a big crowd out there, and so I need people to know who I really am.
Yes. Trust me, if after tonight they don't know who you are,
Right.
you better tell them to get that first chapter of the book that you already got. Exactly.
And after that, I just want to have a nice dinner, get some nice tablecloths.
You cooking?
And
You cooking?
no, we're going at the restaurant, and then I just like want this nice tablecloth, and I just want some candles.
Her mom is signaling you to stop because you just.
Right, exactly. All she needed is money signs. All she needs is money signs. Okay, I'm gonna let Therese go. Therese is already on celebrity status. Yeah, she already. I don't even know if I can take a picture of her tonight because she already on celebrity status. So. All right, so what about you, Ari? I know you forgot what the question was, right?
No.
What you got? Like anything that you got coming up?
I have 2 fashion shows coming up.
Okay.
My school fashion show is May 1st, and my next fashion.
I know the schedule's so crazy. You sound like me. I need my calendar.
Got one.
Right, you got one.
The fashion show after that is June 20th.
Okay.
Okay. And what school do you ladies go to?
I go to Thomas Jefferson Elementary Middle School.
Oh.
Well,
Shout
give
out
a hoot to Owens Mills Elementary.
Yes, Owens Mills.
Shoot
Well,
out for the owls.
But yes.
Mommy, I got this.
Well, but yeah. You know what? We gotta take a break. She said, "Mommy, I got this." I have to say, we definitely will thank you guys so much for coming on. You guys have been so much of an inspiration to all our listeners, and definitely to myself, and I know Hope, and definitely April over here, who's been in the game for a good minute. So I just say keep your dreams alive, keep pushing, no matter how many doors may get closed, because trust me, when you get older, the doors will close. So definitely keep going, and to the parents,
Yes.
that's all I have to do. Like, I know that's a lot.
Thank you, audience, because
All right, so any last words that you ladies would like to give? Any last words? Okay, go ahead. I'm going to.
Okay, so I just want to tell y'all, like, if you please follow me if you can. Like, if you have Instagram, my Instagram is this is Therese. My Facebook page is also This Is Therese. I have my own website, but that is not finished yet. It's thistherese.com at AOL. And then my YouTube page is it's Baltimore's Child. I mean, This Is Therese. And did you know I've been in 2 magazines. One is I've been on the cover of Baltimore's Child, and I've been in the cover of Tween Girl Style magazine.
girl, your resume is
You know
just,
what? Right. When you know what?
I'll
I
be
need to
on
go
your
back.
glam team, because
Yes!
you're going to need a glam team like real soon. And
Get
she
that
got
check
your
out.
hand.
Yeah, right.
She got your hand. Okay.
Alright, so Ari, take us home. What about you? How can people? How can
If
people
you
find
want to book me for things,
What?
my email name is ariasmith07 at gmail.com. And if you want to, and please, if you want to follow me, my Instagram name is AW_SOME_ARIA. Awesome Aria.
Well, you know what? I don't even know what to say now.
More questions, come on.
They want to keep going. They want to keep going.
What good questions, amazing questions do you have?
They're trying to say my questions wasn't amazing. Oh my God.
You have any questions?
Don't intimidate me. I'm sitting up here and be
Do
quiet.
you have any questions? Do anybody have any questions? Please ask.
Please.
Right. They want
Because I
people to
wanna
call.
try
They want
to
people to call.
Ask them
We're gonna
before
have
I
some
leave.
callers.
Alright,
call
so
in,
if
okay?
anybody wants to ask Therese or Ari a question, we're gonna keep them here for like about 10 more minutes. And then we're gonna bring in April after the break. But if you want to call in, the number to call in is 888-400-5574. Once again, 888-400-5574. As always, the Styyle Chronicles phone lines are open. You're free to definitely call in. And these are the kids models that are telling you to call in. Okay? They want some questions. Because obviously the questions wasn't awesome questions. So I don't know, like you guys have been absolutely wonderful. I appreciate you guys coming on. I know D. Daniel Baker is definitely listening and she's excited about it. I'm pretty sure I've seen you before. I've seen Therese before because I've been to 2 fashion shows that you've been in. Never seen you already, but now I'm about to come see you because she's the silent one. She's the silent one. I get it.
She the silent killer.
Exactly,
I want to
right.
know how Miss April feel having to come up after these 2 ladies.
Well, wait a minute. We got to see something. Look, y'all demand something, and you got it already. Here we go. Welcome to the Styyle Chronicles. You're live on air.
Hi, this is LaDawn.
Hi, LaDawn. How are you?
I'm good. I am loving the show.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I am too. Yes. So, do you have any questions for our kid models, Therese and Ari?
Yes, I do. So one of the questions that I have a 5-year-old who, let me make sure I cut my computer off. Give me 1 second, sorry.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, hopefully that echo is gone now. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
So I have a 5-year-old and she has a lot of personality.
Okay.
And I would love to figure out how to get her engaged in modeling.
Okay. Do you have any, Therese and Ari, do you guys have any advice for...
Or moms.
Or moms, for anybody, like, yeah, how to get other kids your age into modeling?
Well, one thing is you can go to Girls Day with D. Danielle Baker. She does a lot of things. She has won a lot of pageants. And well, she inspires me to a lot because she does a lot of things with us and we learn different things with her and it's just a lot.
Okay, what about you, Therese?
Well, I would say go on Facebook and go to Glam Shots and like you just look on her page and stuff. First you have to have your head held high, smile on your face, and like just start out with any type of poses and just start modeling. It's basically you just walk up and down like you just walk regular and then you just pose and then you walk back, pose and then you walk off the stage.
Oh, see, there you go. Simple as that. All right, so I'm gonna let Therese's mom come in real quick and answer that question for you.
Well, being that she said her son.
Yes,
Her daughter.
her daughter. Sorry, her
Okay,
daughter.
her daughter. Well, one of the things that I suggest, like if you have a child that really wants to do any type of fashion shows, I would start off with a mall fashion show. Because to me, with a mall fashion show, those are like the easiest ones to do because all you have to do is really just bring the child. and the clothes are already provided for you. It's free. You don't have to buy any tickets, so there's really no pressure when you do a mall fashion show. But it's really something that, if you think your child is interested in doing, I would say start out with one of those. I know Lord & Taylor in Columbia does them all the time. I'm not sure if some of the other department stores, Macy's might. But it's a good way to gauge to see if your child is, going to be shy when the time comes, or if they're actually going to go out there and show off the clothes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, LaDon, for calling in. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Good evening.
You too.
Thanks again, everyone.
Okay, good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, you see, look, y'all got people calling in. Y'all demanding stuff and getting people calling in.
The phones are really off the
Right. If you just tried to call in, please call back. Definitely. Well, I mean, you guys are awesome. I'm
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, yes, Therese.
Can I say something about photo shoots?
Sure.
Well, what I do with photo shoots a lot, I do it with Miss Danielle, and I go to this mall, the Owings Mills Mall.
I'm gonna pause you real quick. So sorry. Styyle Chronicles, you're live on air.
Yes, I have a question for the.
Okay. All right, so you got another caller. He has a question for you. Go ahead with your question.
Yes. First of all, I just wanted to say that you guys are doing a wonderful job, and I just wanted to keep you guys together a great job. So the question I have is that how do you guys actually balance your academics as well as your career?
That's important. All right, can you answer that question? He wants to know, how are you able to, with your modeling career and your academics, how are you able to balance it out?
Well, I'm able to balance it out because I do everything after school because I don't like to go back to grades and do things. So that's it.
Okay. What about you, Therese?
Well, my mom says that always school comes first.
Exactly.
So because I'm busy and all that stuff, I still have to worry about my grades because I don't want to be. I want to be an A+ student. I want to have all straight A's, but I don't want to be a student that fails and stuff. So I always try to have an equal balance.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. Well, thank you, caller, for calling in. All right, have a good evening.
Thank you.
All right, so we.
They're gonna be smart for
So
these
can I say
role
something
models.
else about photo shoots?
Yeah, go ahead and make your last comment about photo shoot.
Well, so I went with Jazzy Studios.
Love Jazzy
And I took this one picture and it was a Michael Jackson pose. If I could show it, that would be amazing.
Oh yeah, you gonna show? Yeah, show me. We're gonna see the picture once we get off camera. So basically, how many have this? Is this your first time doing anything with Jazzy Studios?
Oh no, I've done them a lot.
Okay.
And my mom, she never knew I could do Michael
Yes.
Jackson. I didn't even know I could do that.
I'm telling you, you go in that studio, anything can happen. Anything is possible.
I need to get in Jazzy Studios.
And Jazzy Studios, I just love it. I just love Jazzy Studios because even though it's a small place and stuff, they always snap pictures.
Yes.
The moment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I love that picture. We're looking at photos.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna say, because we so have to take a break as of right now, because I'm so running over. But I want to say thank you guys so much. Thank you to the parents once again. Thank you, Therese. Thank you, Ari. Definitely, you can hit me up on my Facebook page, Sean's Mac or Smack. There you go on Facebook or Instagram, Smack Attack 321. And you can find out some information about Therese and Ari, and once again how you can actually book them. And when we come back, we're gonna have the lovely Miss April Miller,
Yes,
who's
Miss
one of our
April.
featured guests of the evening. More Styyle Chronicles when we return, and tonight's chronicle is what hope? It's her. Yes, her. And they just solely told about her.
Right, her.
Right.
Thank you everybody that that is watching this or hearing it on the radio.
I just want to say that I bless God so much, and I just love all my family members, and of course I love my mom. I thank you for dragging me here and trying to get me on the radio for the first time, and I want to say thank you to you two for having me on air.
Oh,
God bless all y'all.
God bless you too, and God bless the Styles Chronicles on WPG Radio. We'll be back. Here on the Styyle Chronicles. Wow.
You have missed the whole show.
What? That was absolutely inspiring. That was amazing. Tonight's chronicle is entitled Her, simple as that, capital H-E-R. And we're kicking things off as, of course, this is April and it's Model Appreciation Month. And we're kicking things off with the models, the petite and your average female models. I hate using the word average, but.
Oh, no.
Well, I mean, well, technically it is what it is. So, anyway. But, so we just had our kid models on here, Miss Therese Smith and Ari Smith, and when I tell you they just shut it down, they shut it down. Like, glass broke, done, I was about to walk out.
Go home, do your homework, go to sleep, come back. I mean, they killed it.
That was absolutely crazy. You're listening to Sean Smack Mac, and I am joined tonight by my lovely co-host, my guest co-host for the evening, Miss Focus on Me Beauty herself, Hope Joyner. Welcome back.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for coming in. The Daniel Baker has the night off tonight, so we send our love and love and support with the Daniel Baker, and hopefully she'll be back next week here on the Styyle Chronicles show.
Yes.
But let's bring in our next guest, who I and actually Hope. All of us have actually done fashion shows. I cut numerous fashion shows with her, and I was so excited when we first sat down. Like me and Danielle and Terrence, we all thought about the show, and I was like, wow, who can I call on? Who can I call on? And I was like, bam, Lady Miller.
Oh yes.
Lady Miller. So welcome to the Styyle Chronicles show, the one and the only April Miller.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, my dear, how have you been?
Busy, crazy, busy. And I mean, it seems as though I may not be that busy because these mamas and these kids, like, that just made me be like, maybe I'm not doing enough.
I know. That was one thing I was thinking. I was like, oh my God, like, what am I, like, my schedule don't seem nothing to this. Like, and y'all in school too, wow.
Right.
So, first of all, tell my listening audience, how did you actually get into modeling? What made you inspired to start modeling?
My mother, actually,
Okay.
Miss Tania Lee Green.
Shout out to Mom.
Hey, Miss
Dear
Green, how
Lee,
you
my
doing?
stinky lady. Yes, goes far back. She modeled in her late teens, early 20s, and I would go with her to, they used to just have little parlor shows. So her aunt sewed clothes, and I would just follow her around. And one day, my godmother took me to a ladies who brunch at Garfinkel's, and I was the only little young lady, and they said, well, let's bring her up here, and there it went.
Okay. Wow.
And a star was born.
And a monster was born.
Now, how long have you actually been in the modeling industry?
Consistently, see, there you go, you're asking that age range
Come
right
on,
there.
right. Now you know you gotta come up. Come on
So
now.
let's say 20 years.
Wow,
So
okay.
as they say, she not new to this, she true to it.
Exactly. She's had a couple of heels break and something
Yes.
like that, right? I'm pretty sure.
Stolen and some more
Stolen.
stuff.
Wow. Hey, those are the stories. Those definitely are the stories. So, tell us a little bit about what you have done in the modeling industry.
Oh, wow. My current path is stage manager and model coordinator for DC Fashion Week.
Okay.
Big ups to my family.
Yes,
Hey.
congratulations on that. Congratulations on that.
My other piece is also being stage manager assistant for Glenn Jackson, the agency.
Okay.
And wow, gosh, it just goes on and on and on, from the designers that we all love and hate.
You can say that again.
To, producers like Terrence, working with him, Will C Productions, you name it. I enjoy my East Coast I enjoy it. I love being a local model. It's not something I aspire to do professionally. It's something I love to do because it gets me out of my basic 9-to-5 executive assistant running people's lives. I get to be a human doll.
So you're not necessarily, like you just said, you're not looking to actually inspire to be actual runway model like New York, LA, or anything like that.
Not at all. Not at all. I love it here. I love DC. I am a native Washingtonian, third generation.
Yes.
And this is my home. This is what I enjoy. This seeing these kids is what makes me want to do it, because just like they're saying, you know, Diva Devana, like that is, she's a beautiful young model. She's a beautiful inspiration to those young and old, and it shows you that no matter who you are or what size you are, petite, average, full figure, you know, skinny, you can do it.
Exactly.
So it's just a matter of you having that heart to do it. And so no, yes, I've been turned down, I've been approached by agencies, I've been, you know, I've gone to New York, I've done the whole agency thing, and it was like, you know what, do I want to do this every day?
Yeah.
I don't want to be tugged on and pulled on and told my hair is not long enough, it's not straight enough, it's not curly enough, it's not. And so you start to believe all the knots.
Right.
But then you get, you know, you come back home and it's kind of like, oh, okay, well maybe we can work with something.
And you know, that's so funny that you actually say that, because I think that's what a lot of people lose when you do decide to go on the actual professional level of modeling and you take up like Paris or New York or LA. You do get knocked down a whole lot, and if your self-esteem is not there, if your mind is not there, you don't have that support system there. If it's just you, oh my God, you can literally go
Lose
into
yourself.
like right.
Lose yourself.
Yes, you will, because it's a tough business.
You can, but you bring up a good point. So you point out the fact that even though you don't aspire to be a model, you were able to still find success behind the scenes in the industry. So what is it like working behind the scenes?
It's more chaos. It's
You
not
can say
just
that
about
again.
this show. Like you're talking about, even though people, you know, they're coming to the rehearsals, you still have to prepare for that rehearsal. You have to prepare, you know, those designers. You have to deal with the models who clearly just don't get that A means A. It doesn't mean, wait, so A like the beginning of the letter? Yes, A is the beginning of the alphabet. Like A is first.
Like I need you to walk straight.
Right.
Like just walk straight down. Don't do nothing extra.
Wait, so you said extras. They
Right.
heard the word extra.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
And so not to get it wrong, I still model. I love it. Runway gives me that energy that is unbelievable, which is how Lady Miller was born. But being on the opposite side is like, wow, now I kind of see why, you know, after a show people are like, don't talk to me, I don't want to be bothered, I just want to go away and be in the silent world. So it's kind of, for me, I do play both roles, because it's one, you know, I've gone, last year I went to Houston with Glenn Jackson, and I was there to help out. Like I was doing front of the house, you know, checking in VIPs, and the client came in and was like, why is she not modeling? I was like, what, huh?
And I agree with that client, because baby, if you see Miss Miller, she
What?
has legs for days, a face that has not aged in as long as I've known her. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
And you know, and what's interesting is you're not your average height.
No.
You're your average
I'm
model
a
height.
petite model, yes.
What's your height?
I am all of 5'6.5". I'm taking my half.
Yes, claim that
Taking my
half.
half.
You better claim that half.
But I will put on a pair of 5-inch stilettos, not a platform, not a wedge, a 5-inch
Yes.
stiletto, and walk
And won't
like
she do
a
it?
6 foot tall.
And won't she do it?
So
And I think that's one thing that we were talking about on last week's show when Hope was here and Isaiah was here and LaDawn was here. We talked about how with the height issue as far as like getting into the professional side of modeling, and how what's the like some kind of like tricks that you can do if you're not that average height that, you know, most models are. What are some kind of
you
tips
have to
that you
think
can give?
tall.
Okay.
I know what helped me was walking with the 6 foot tall girls, because it made me want to extend my legs that much more. It made me want to be like, oh, you're not gonna leave me behind.
Right.
So I walked with those young ladies. I pushed myself to extend it to their level. So it wasn't a matter of them having to slow up their stride. I had to extend my stride. And then it just became a point where if this is what I want to do, I have to invest in myself. So yes, my shoe collection is a bit overwhelming.
Now, when did that first start? Like, I mean, once you started getting into modeling and you noticed that shoes, were you into shoes first?
I've always been into shoes. My mama had a little cubby hole
Okay.
in the house that was just, I mean, she kept everything in boxes and you knew what shoes she wore during the week because they were on the steps, but everything else was in this cubby. And I just go up there and I just literally would like lay in them and put them on and just look at my feet and I was like, oh, okay.
So modeling was your excuse to go and buy new shoes is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I know.
Yes.
That's okay.
Yeah. So by the time I got that third job and I knew what I could budget,
Mm-hmm.
oh yes, shoes
yes.
became that thing.
Oh yeah.
Now, is that important in your model bag?
Yes. If you, I mean, as a female, and I know it's a lot tougher for our male models,
Yes.
our counterparts, but as a female, you can find a $10 pair of shoes.
What? That looks like probably like $100 pair of shoes.
You can do that. So, and this is what I tell all the young ladies that are like, oh, you know, what do I do? What do I do? Invest in yourself. Don't go, I'm not saying go out and spend yes, every year I buy myself one nice pair of expensive shoes.
Okay.
Very, very nice, expensive shoes. However, that expensive pair of shoes is probably worn 3 times out of a year.
Okay.
How I will go to my, online stores, so don't ever, rule out Rainbow.
Mhm.
Don't rule out Charlotte Russe. Don't rule out, Payless, not so much. I mean, it's not so much the height problem for me. I like a tall heel. But Charlotte Russe, Rainbow, you can find a nice shoe, and if you are going to take modeling as a career, let's say that again, as a career choice, you can write them off on your taxes.
Yeah. Tell them again. Tell them again.
That
yes.
is why I do not mind splurging, every now and again on a pair of shoes.
Okay.
So this year it was a little tough, started off 2015 a little tough. Got into it and I was like, Daddy, I need to get some things shipped to your house. So he said, well, I said, so I'm gonna have to, just some shoes. He said, okay. So his box is coming. He said, well, baby girl, how many pairs of shoes did you order? I said, well, Daddy, we're not gonna really talk about that. He said, baby girl. I said, well, about 8. He said, 8? Why you don't need 8? I said, well, see, what happened was.
That's how you know it.
What happened was, see, it was buy one pair and the other pairs was 50% off.
That's a dangerous
And the 50%
word.
off of them shoes,
Yes.
the starting price was $25, so
Yes.
50% off of $25.
Yes.
Just
What?
seemed
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I can get 2 for the price of one.
See,
and
we
then
could definitely hang out. We could definitely hang out. Exactly.
So, but I mean, my biggest thing for everyone is just invest in yourself. I'm not saying don't go out and break the bank. I mean, I got, I ended up, again, me investing in myself, changes your lifestyle a little bit.
Okay.
I ended up turning my master bedroom into my walk-in closet and my
Yes.
second bedroom into where I lay my head because my clothes were overtaking my sleeping space.
Okay. It's smart. It's different.
But I did what I had to do because that's what I
Yes.
needed for me. But I say that to say that I'm not going out and spending hundreds of dollars on a shirt or $100 on a pair of pants. And not that it's bad to do that. However, I know how much I need to wear and things that I need to have.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm going to spend that same large amount on smaller things to have it. So that way if someone says, oh, I need a pair of black whatever, okay. We got 4 pairs of black whatever. Like
Right.
what's your fabric? What's your need? So just invest in yourself. Like take that little bit of money, it does seem like a lot of money from time to time, but take that little bit of money and look around. Don't just go and buy, a pair of shoes from Aldi or Aldo because they said, you need a black pair of
Right.
pumps.
Pumps, yeah.
You can buy a black pair of pumps from a lot of different places.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
So inside your actual bag, what would you say every female model should have in your model bag when
the
you?
essentials
Okay.
are a black pair of pumps or black sandals, a nude pair of shoes, nipple covers. They're important.
Yes. Definitely.
They're
They
important.
are.
Foundation, eyelashes, because need to feel the wind a little bit.
I love that term.
Yes, you gotta feel the wind, gotta butterfly away.
Yes.
And
I can throw in a makeup mask.
makeup mask. But see, I believe coming to every event kind of in just a pair of leggings and a tank top.
Yeah. Be simple.
So
Yeah.
that
be
way,
very
when they
simple.
tell you
Yeah.
to change your clothes, you can
Right.
easily get in and out of it. But if you wear that tank top, and I'm just saying, go to Walmart and buy a pair, a pack of men's, tank tops. it's long enough. If you buy, you know, the extra long, they're long enough, and you can sit there in your nice little, now you have a spaghetti strap dress on,
Right.
and you bought 3 of them. So when you have to put your makeup on, you can throw that over your head, put your clothes on, and not really worry about it, because guess
Smart,
what?
yep.
You done bought 3 for $7,
Yep.
and you can throw that away if need be.
Oh, yeah. And I have a question. So for the models that are again not, 5'9", talents like Glenn Jackson and Tim Johnson, they've really changed the game as far as you having to be this tree, as they used to call them back in the day.
Amazons.
Yes, I was never a tree. For all y'all who don't know, I was never a tree. But they have actually changed the game as far as, just average models as they are called.
And I'm gonna pause your question real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. I kind of figured that was gonna happen. Welcome to the Styyle Chronicles. I'm calling you live on the air.
Hey, it's Aisha. How you guys this evening?
Hello, we're doing good. Hi, Miss Aisha Watson. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. First of all, we'd like to welcome you to the Styyle Chronicles show.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so Aisha is our second guest for this evening. So first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into modeling.
Okay. I'm born and raised in Philadelphia. I'm now a school counselor in Baltimore City.
Oh, okay.
And I got into modeling through church, actually, when I was a teenager. You know how they have those little, fashion shows in church. I was voluntold by my mother,
Yes,
but I ended up loving it. And I've been hitting a runaway ever since.
Wow. Okay. So how long have you been in the industry for?
Oh gosh, I was telling my age then.
Okay. Yeah. Keep it simple, like Lady Miller here. Over 20 years. All right.
20 years, right.
All right.
When I
So.
was a teenager, yeah. I'm a little bit more seasoned, if you shall say.
Yes, season. That's my favorite word. Yes, you good old bay seasoning. So to think back on your very first show, what is one thing that you kind of know now that if you can go back, you will redo?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
If I can go back.
I know, everybody.
Myself for that.
Okay.
I didn't take it seriously. And I didn't go as far as I would like to have gone. So I would have kind of put myself out there and had more confidence in myself, in my abilities. So I most definitely would have told my younger self to do it big.
Okay. What about you, April?
I think it goes back to taking it a little bit more seriously, but my inspiration when I first did Runway was RuPaul. So I just channeled RuPaul.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always kind of been out there. So when it came to doing fashion shows, you're used to, I've been a dancer, I've been, part of sports teams in school, so I'm used to having that person beside me. So I just really imagined having RuPaul beside me. So I didn't see anybody else. All I heard was work.
Yes.
So I would tune out everything else and just listen to RuPaul in my head, and that's what got me through it. But it was a matter of, I would be nervous as heck, but the moment I hit the runway, I got over it, and it was kind of like that checking yourself when you hit the runway. That's what I did. I just threw out April and became somebody else.
Okay.
And that person, I didn't know who she was.
That alter ego,
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, you have to. I feel like sometimes you have to. After you've done this for a good 5 years and you just you start learning the tricks and you start learning things
I
to
still have an
do.
alter ego.
Yeah, you gotta have that other
You
side.
gotta have
You
it.
gotta have it because you gotta go into another place. Especially some of these shows where you got up against a lot of people and you be like, girl, you think you got it. Little you know, slide out the way.
And even with me, even that, I think just being the seasoned models that we are, that also happens because it's kind of like, okay, well, she's actually good. Like I don't mind. I don't mind someone else who is good doing it.
Okay.
What I mind is have enough respect and confidence in yourself to do it.
Yes.
Don't
I
ask
agree.
me what makes me do it. What makes you do it?
That's a good
And
one.
if you're not doing it for you, just you in general, don't do it.
That's a good one. So, Aisha, now with you, what are some shows that you have actually done? Who have you done some shows? I know I'm challenging your mind on a Monday.
I know.
Just a couple.
The first was, you got Terrence, Will, Antonio Valdez. Carl, I don't know what his last name. I don't know his last name.
Tragic. I got you. Tragic. Got you.
I was like, I don't want to mess it up. After Baltimore Fashion Week, DC Fashion Week, yeah, I've done, goodness, so many shows I probably can't remember.
Right, exactly.
I got it and I hit the runway.
Okay. Now for you, what would you say, because I know April gave some tips for some models that are out here that have been doing it for a minute, and I can tell you now, I've worked with them numerous of times with Will C Productions, where they will come and you've been doing this thing for 10 years and you still don't know what to bring to a show. Right, you don't know the basics. So what are some basics that you can give some of our listeners, or even some people that are aspiring to get into models or are still in it, as far as bringing to actual fashion shows, to having like your model bag?
Oh, the model bag necessities. Okay, so first the heels. You can never go wrong with a black neutral.
Okay.
You know.
Are you
at least one of each of those.
Are you a heel fanatic too? Are you a heel fanatic too?
You should see my closet is mad at me right now. I think my son's closet is mad at me right now.
Oh wow! Did you take over the son's closet too? I can't. I can't. That's a new one.
So the shoes was it's an addiction. Oh my God.
See?
And I'm 5'11". I'm actually 5'11" and 3/4, and I still love putting on my 3/4 inch heels.
Yes.
And people look at me like, you're taller today. Yes, I'm taller today. Yeah. So the heels are necessity.
Okay.
You want to have your bras with straps and strapless, and your black and your neutrals once again. Different types of undies, and you always want to have the wax off, so because you never know where you're going to end up and how long you're going to be there.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else. A lot of times your own makeup as well.
Oh yeah,
I do both sides, so I can hit the runway, but I can also be the face.
No.
I also do, reaching out to the makeup artist industry as well.
Yes.
Because I've actually gotten into that because I brought my makeup with me.
Okay.
And ended up having to do faces as well backstage before we hit the runway.
Now, what made you decide to actually jump over to that side? Because it's good because we got two different perspectives. Where April, she did the runway and then she kind of jumped onto the production side of it, as far as which is definitely a tough world. Because trust me, I know it. But now it's weird because you got both. Like, yes, April's me, and then Aisha's. It's hope. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So what made you decide to get into the makeup side of it?
Basically, that's almost okay. Outside of print, there's money in that.
Oh yeah.
Say it again. With a ka-ching.
And I've done plenty of shows that I went home with less than what I had in my pocket. And for doing makeup, at least I know I'm going to break even. Because doing it is no longer a career for me.
Okay.
I would have liked it to be, but like I said, I'm seasoned, and if there's an agency out there that has seen my pictures that wants to find me, hit me up. But it just wasn't. I enjoyed it, but I needed something back in return. So doing the faces gave me something. So they had to say, like, okay, thanks to Aisha for makeup and that kind of thing. Because as a model, you don't always get things.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Walk it back and make sure you put everything back on the hanger.
Right. Okay, wow.
The makeup, it kind of gave me another opportunity to get my name on there as well.
Okay. And how, question for both of you guys, how important is it when it comes to showing up on time and actually, because you're seasoned, do you actually see that a lot of other models that are younger look up to you? So I'm curious, how important is it to kind of keep that image up?
You want to go first, therefore, or you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. So, all right. So I don't think. Well, actually, okay. So I'm in a place as a school counselor where I've actually pulled some of the young ladies at the school into shows.
Okay.
So we've done the Natural Haircut Expo last month in Malika. I had some of the girls audition for that, and I keep my abreast of different auditions, and they look up to me because I carry myself with respect, which makes a big difference out here. When it comes to being a part of a show, showing up on time is I can't even explain how important that is. Even if you know they're going to be the start date, still be there on time.
Yeah.
Because the people that are putting it together, it means a lot to them, and you'll get a call. Attitude is also a lot as well.
Yes, say that again.
Attitude is a lot. I mean, staying humble, I can't, but that means so much to those who are working behind the scenes. Because if you have an Arab at this house, you may be gorgeous, have flawless skin, have the best figure, but the
Changes
work
everyone around
attitude,
you.
they're not calling you back.
Yeah.
So they rather work with the person they know is humble and they can work with than the person that thinks they have it all together.
Right.
So, yeah.
And it's sad that you have to, and it's sad that you have to say that because, I mean, I've seen so many good models. I mean, like she said, that has like the perfect skin and your walk is everything I need in my life and then some. But then it's just like soon as they open up their mouth, it's all she wrote. It's all she wrote. It's like, have a seat. Matter of fact, you can have a seat outside. Yeah. Or you can buy a ticket and have a seat inside and watch the show. How about that? So what about you, April?
So I am chronically late to things.
That's why she went to the last.
But yeah. So I no. Oh no. Being on time is very important. So I put everything in my phone at least an hour earlier, and I set in my mind that's when I have to be there because I am chronically late.
Right.
So I have my own way of doing things.
Right.
So what I do tell the young ladies and people that I'm with, I will never ask you to do something that I'm not willing to do.
Okay.
So if I'm going to get my butt up at 9 a.m. to go do something,
Okay.
I know I'm late.
Right.
So if I can make it here on time, oh, I know you can make it here on
Right.
time. Like, I do know. I know that I'm, And what I do is, if I'm in shows, I will call. I will absolutely call. I'll text. I'll say, I mean, even me coming here, I text you a few times, like, oh, I'm a couple minutes away. I'm here.
Yeah.
That's just out of respect. Like, I don't want to walk into somewhere and be like, yeah, I made it. Here I am. No, I'm never that big.
And I guess kind of to be your, to defend you a little bit, I think it depends on know who you're working with.
Right.
If you know who you're working with and you especially have that type of relationship where you can kind of, I can talk to you and kind of like, hey, look, I'm going to be a little bit late or something like that. Know who you're working with. Don't come in the door and you don't know who you're working with.
And expect
something.
Right.
No, it's a big deal for me. It is one of those things that I've been trying to change in my 30s to be on time. I haven't made it that far yet. So I put everything. I mean, in baby steps.
Yeah, exactly.
I might accomplish it in my 40s. Right. I have a couple more years for that. But I really do. I put everything in my calendar at least a half hour ahead of time, and then I give myself travel time. So whatever whatever time it's going to take me to get from where I know I'm starting from to that, I then put that time in plus a half hour.
Okay.
That's just for me. So I'm not walking in somewhere rushing. I'm not, feeling like, oh, April's here, let's go. And I'm like, wait, I haven't even dropped my bag.
Yeah. I've done some shows like that, y'all. You come running in the door. Okay, gotta get this on, try this on, go over that person. I just got here. Can I use the bathroom?
I was thinking about my Saturday. I up until this morning, I had 3 shows on Saturday, and I was like, how did your crazy butt decide this is what you was gonna do?
Wow.
So the one who came in this morning sent me a message like, oh yeah, that show is now on June 20th. I was like, thank you. I don't have to be anywhere at 10 a.m. I was like, thank you very much.
All right, so quick question right before we take a commercial break. As far as both of you guys, I've seen both of your print work and and runway. If you had to choose one, which one would you choose? Would it be print or would it be runway?
For me, it's runway.
And why would you say that?
I don't know what photographers are looking at behind this camera, and it makes me nervous.
That's a good one. I never thought about that. Yeah.
I didn't get comfortable with taking photos until I was well into my 20s, and I was just like, it's not gonna happen.
Really?
I don't know.
No, because I agree with her. You have some photographers that would just snap. And it's like they don't have no facial expression, they don't say nothing, and they don't really show you anything. Yeah. So it's like you don't know, am I doing good or am I not doing good?
Yes, true.
And they just keep telling you pose. After a while, man, I've been posing for 30 minutes. I'm posed
How many photos
out.
have you taken? Okay, I need to know what can I see because I don't and it goes back just even to being on the runway. You think you're smiling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing this weird
Yeah.
frown, eyes have open, closed.
Right. Your eyes doing the whole Forrest Whitaker thing. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Wiggle one eye, you doing some other stuff.
Okay.
So for me, it just became. I mean, I'm a little more comfortable now, and I'm saying a little.
Okay.
But my preference would be runway.
Okay. What about you, Aisha?
All right, so my all-time preference is that runway.
Okay. See,
And
is that
Right.
is that runway?
Getting that, ooh, yes, everything.
You get life.
The print is actually starting to pick up for me. Even in my season, I actually got a call from a photographer that I worked with, and they're doing a project, and they called me for it. So it was just like, okay, maybe I am good enough for behind the camera as well. So runway is my love. I will work a runway till I can't work it any longer. Even in flats, look, when I can't even wear heels.
Yes,
anymore.
Yes, in flats.
Shut it down, okay?
But I'm glad to say that God is opening doors, and got that message. It was like, oh, me, yes. So hopefully my face, really gets out there and and go somewhere.
And it will.
So we didn't when I was younger, and so maybe now is my time.
And you know what? I think it's so interesting that you guys say that, because I know that there's a lot of younger models that are out here, and they feel like everything is just supposed to happen so fast, like it's supposed to go. Right, exactly.
Instagram modeling.
Exactly, and I feel like in certain cases, I think you just need to sit back and let it happen.
But you wanna know what? It always
Right.
happens at the right time. And that's not always necessarily your time.
Right.
And
Not at all.
you always have to remember that even though you think you're ready, you have a lot of growing to do. That this is a really, really tough industry. So just like you said, you guys have been seasoned doing this for a while, and you're just now getting comfortable with, like you said, maybe being on time or taking photos. So you have a lot of work to do before you can actually get to.
I'm a work in progress.
You
I say
right.
it all the time.
Oh yeah,
Right.
definitely. I don't care how seasoned you are. Yeah,
Right.
you're always learning something new. I mean, the industry changes so much, and me and Ms. Baker was,
expectation.
yes, and me and Ms. Baker was talking about that last week. Just how just the things nowadays, even typical fashion.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one thing I want to touch bases on when we come back from commercial break, is the fashion that has changed, and just working with designers. How is
Yeah.
that? And designer etiquette. That's, oh my God, that's one thing that we're going to talk about when we get back, because that's a whole nother segment. All right, so Aisha, stay with us for a little bit. April Miller's here. Lady Miller, let me call her that, Lady Miller, because
Yes.
she's giving us her other side. And my guest co-host for the evening, the lovely Hope Joyner of Focus on Me Beauty.
Yes.
As Miss Baker has the nights off. We'll be right back with more Style Chronicles, and this chronicle is entitled, what is it, Hope?
Her.
Yes, capital H-E-R, her. We'll be back with more Style Chronicles. Style Chronicles radio show. I can't. That was 5 seconds. Right, I clicked the wrong button. That was 5 seconds, literally. You listen to Raheem Devon show.
Yes, you
That was it. That's all you need to hear. Right. Welcome back to an all brand new Style Chronicles show. We are live in studio with our studio guest for tonight. As tonight's show is entitled, What, Miss Hope?
Her.
Yes, it's her, capital H-E-R. And I'm joined in studio with my guest co-host, the lovely, my good sister, my stepsister, Hope Joyner of Focus on Me Beauty Makeup.
Hello, hello.
Hello, thank you so much for stepping in for Miss Baker. Thank you.
Anything for you and the Danielle Baker.
Yes. So shout outs to the Danielle Baker. She has the night off tonight, and hopefully she's back with us come next week. And tonight's chronicle once again is her, and we're talking to our petite and average female models. And coming up next week, we're so excited, our male models will be in studio, and then after that,
Next week too,
I
right?
was about to be like, so.
I can come back next week, right?
I mean,
I'm just saying.
yeah, if you
Okay, I
have
think
something between your legs.
I'm little.
So- yes. So yes, you may no, you can tune in.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can
That's
tune
all.
in, yes, on WPBradio.com, or you can download the WPB Radio mobile app. And make sure that when you guys get a chance, whenever you are on any social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you're hashtagging WPB Radio or hashtag WPB Networks with any of your comments, and trust me, it will pop up on the WPBnetworks.com hotspot. So I'm excited about that. Like, definitely check out some of the other shows that we have here on WPB Radio. But let's get back to tonight's Chronicle and our guest. We have the lovely April Miller, Lady Miller, and also our guest that's joined us as well, Aisha Watson. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Miss Watson, are you still there with us? I don't know if she's still there or not.
Did you unhold her?
No, yeah. God, look, see,
That's Lady Miller.
God,
You must
that's Lady
recognize.
Miller. I'm talking to Miss Watson, and it's just like this big whole button is just looking right at me. I'm the only thing that's dark. And I'm steady talking to you, Aisha, and when I tell you, like, literally, the whole button is just looking at me like, sir, you gotta press me.
I know.
Well, yes, welcome back. All right, so earlier on we had our kid models, which was absolutely inspiring.
Amazing.
Yes, amazing. Thank you so much, Therese Smith and Aria Smith. They, oh my God, they really took
I
us
want
to
to see them
another
in
level.
5 years.
I do.
Yes.
I want to see them in 5 years.
Like, how is that? Okay, because I know, Aisha, you were just talking about how, you know, you, with some of your kids that you work with, as far as your normal 9-to-5 job, you take some of them and you actually put them in shows. And April, of course, stepping on the opposite side, on my side of the world, and actually helping to produce and train models. How is it when you see a success story? How does that make you feel? I'm gonna let you go,
Oh my
Aisha.
God. Oh my goodness, it's just wonderful. It's just like, yeah, she broke out of her shell because modeling, I mean, being a school counselor, there's so many young women that walk around. They have low self-esteem. They're still trying to find
Oh, yes.
themselves. I mean, high school, middle school and high school, it's a tricky age. So to see them find themselves and feel better about themselves is just a phenomenal feeling. It's really hard to describe. It's like, yes, she did that. She got that, yes. And just knowing that something I may have said helped them to get there.
Okay.
So that's just, yeah, for me, that's just, yes.
Right. Well, Lady Miller, I have a
You're more
question.
excited when they get a diploma. But
I know that's right. That's a whole nother walk. What? Let me tell you something. If I can go back and relive that moment of walking across the stage, what? I would have my best pair of shoes on. Child, they'd be like, hit the music, bam. Right, put the lights down, here bringing to the stage. Right, child, that's one moment. You get 5 seconds. They say, Sean Mack, okay, I'm glad for my diploma. Hope joining. Can I get my little 10, 15 seconds after I done been in school for how long?
You got your diploma. Just go ahead and keep moving, okay?
No, the question is, I'm gonna keep it moving, and I'm not gonna go back to that seat. I don't need to hear the choir. I want to keep on walking. So exactly. All right. So Lady Miller, what about you?
Something that, because of dealing with all ages and dealing with, you know, kids to women older than me, last year I was truly touched by a young lady, and actually brought me to tears. She came to the audition, she made it, but she made it into like our subgroup.
Okay.
And so during our break, she calls me out and she's like, so what can I do? And I said, well, I can't really tell you what to do. I mean, you know, you just kind of have to, you know, stay at the rehearsals, we'll practice with you. You know, I said, you have the walk, you kind of have the look, let's just go through it. I said, but what do you hear? She said her mom wanted to do. Her mom had just passed that year, so she was doing it because of her mom. I said, well, then do it for your mom. Like truly bring all that you can out for your mom.
Right.
And we had a moment, we went in the bathroom, she like brought me more tears, and she ended up not doing Fashion Week. She ended up not doing it, and I went to another event I was working, and I saw her, she comes up, she gives me this hug, she was like, it was your words that made me not do it.
Oh,
so
wow.
Again, I start crying again. She's like,
you
no,
got enough over there. Don't
yeah,
stop.
I was like, so I
Don't
started
stop.
crying again, and I was like, why, you know, I made you not want to do it. She's like, no, it wasn't, you made me not want to do it in a bad way. It was the fact that I wasn't doing it for me.
For me,
Yep.
yeah.
And that's what she taught me. She said, you made me realize that, yes, I could be doing it for my mom, but I'm doing it for the reasons of wanting my mom to be proud, but she can't see it. So am I really doing it for her? That she's not here. So I'm going to be more saddened the fact that my mom can't see me do this.
Oh, wow.
And I was just all types of broken down because I was just like, oh my goodness. So.
Yeah, that definitely does get you. I totally agree. I totally agree.
Right, that actually brings me to my next
But
question.
that totally shows, though, in the way they
It
carry
does.
themselves, the way
Right.
they walk.
It does.
Right.
It does. Now let me ask you, everybody wanting to be Instagram famous, how do you know when a model has it? What's that it factor for you too?
I think it's, I mean, Instagram, there's some beautiful girls, there's some beautiful, beautiful models in general, so let's not just make it about women.
Right.
There's some beautiful models in general.
Yes.
I think Instagram is an easy, free way to promote all things. So if you have it, you have it. Like, it's not about what filter you put on, did you get yourself at the right angle. Like, I hate those people that say this isn't my good side. Like, hello, all of me. Like,
Right, the good side.
Yes, all of me.
all of me. I may not like this side of my face today, but I can, turn on
To
this
make it
side
work,
tomorrow.
right.
But, I mean, and that's what I think about social media in general. I mean, we all have, sitting here listening to the two young ladies, I know that she wanted to, she's gonna do her book. I'm like, do a blog.
Yeah.
Do a blog. And that is now, you can then take those pages of this youthfulness, of this instant thought and this instant, like, spur of the moment, this is where my mind is, put that on paper. You already got your, she'll probably already have 50 pages before she
Right.
knows it.
But I think just the fact that she's actually,
This is what
inspired
she-
to write. She got so many big dreams so
Yes.
far. I'm like, you talk about books and, she got chapters already and you're only like 9.
Right. I'm trying to struggle with my little
Girl.
blog.
I need to go blog something tonight to get my YouTube channel together.
Y'all slipping. If she's 9 years old,
Yes,
Yeah, she got it.
tonight.
Aisha, she got a YouTube channel. She's 9. She has a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And her
she's
website is under construction.
She has a website. Okay, she write chapters. She write chapters already for a book. She got the book name.
And said, Mommy gets one chapter. I said, okay, Mommy.
Yes.
Get that one chapter.
Wow. And it's so interesting, when you look at stories like that and you just see how so many, like the youth these days are so excited at that age of 9, 10, 11, 12. And then next minute, comes that whole teenage thing where you can't tell them nothing.
I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, that aspiration, I hope, really does stay within them. That it's not so much about. I love the fact that they said it was about a way about expressing themselves, which is what I loved, which is why I love that they kept turning it to that. It wasn't about, because I get to be pretty and wear clothes. It was about expression, and that's what I loved most. And so kudos to the moms and the families and the teachers. And, kudos to them because they understand that it's more than just making yourself feel pretty. It was about, bringing your self-esteem up, bringing out your inner self.
Right. Now, Aisha, real quick with you, I know, because I know, April, you don't have any kids, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, Aisha, with this is also a question. This is a question on your side. How is it being a mom and still being able to juggle work and your kid modeling, your career? How is it doing all that?
Oh my gosh. Because actually when you guys originally hit me up, I was just like, I'm kind of in the ER right now.
Yes, I know. Hopefully everything's good now. Hopefully everything's good.
Yeah, everything's good.
Okay.
So, I not only have a child, I have a child with disabilities.
Okay.
And that, sometimes we, end up in situations that just, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So
Yep, that's true.
Precautions. But it's most definitely made me stronger. I am a great multitasker, which both helps as, as a mother and as a school counselor. But even when, I'm trying to think, because even when I was finishing grad school, my son was there with me. Like, I think she's like the youngest.
Graduate student.
With a master's.
I know that's right. He like Doogie Howser.
Right.
Right. I couldn't get a babysitter, so I had to take them. So it's one of those things like, okay, I want to be something, and and I did my best to make waves and get there and stay positive, and I hopefully that kind of transfers over to him. Like actually, I was on a photo shoot 2 weeks ago, and he was there with me. It was like, oh, this nice-looking young man, so it was just like, he was just like, oh shoot, that's a nice looking. So I tried to get him in modeling when he was a toddler, but he had such a tantrum that I never tried it again after that photo shoot, little flop. But now that he's older and, once again, you have the maturity level and also the higher self-esteem.
Right.
Just like, okay, shoot, I can do this. If I can put this outfit together and I can turn to the camera this way, then, I'm good. So just him, I am good gracious, he's a reflection of me.
Right.
And just, staying positive and hoping that despite his disability, that he still be, well, you know what, he's going to become something. How about that? Make mama some money.
I know that's right.
We both want to have nice cars, but it's just, having big dreams and showing him that, yes, I'm a single mother. Yes, I work my behind off. And yes, we still eat every night.
Yeah.
The lights never got cut off. So it's just, just instilling in him, and even my students, just, you have to push forward.
Yeah.
Where you are right now isn't the end all be all.
I totally agree, and that's why I think that gets on my nerves too, because it just not just in the modeling world, but just on your average day. There's so many people that just get so uninspired, especially single moms or just your everyday person. You go to work and you may have a bad day. We all have bad days. We all have days where we just like, I don't like this job, I'm ready to quit. But at the end of the day, your story is you pushing through that and keep going. And it's the same thing as far as modeling.
Is your story.
Yeah, and everybody has a different story. That's one thing that just because I got a raise, don't mean that you're going to get a raise. Your raise is coming. But just understand exactly, you got that right. Yeah.
You might have got the bonus and I got the raise.
Yeah.
Instant money.
Exactly. I agree.
Out money.
I totally agree. So it's I think that's another thing, and it actually brings me back to what we were going to talk about right before we went to commercial break, was designers, working with designers. Now I know since you guys are seasoned when it comes to being in fashion shows and things, how is it working with designers, and what are some tips that you can give some of our listeners that are models about working with designers?
I think
I almost want to laugh. Just thinking about some of my experiences.
Oh yeah, take me to the cross.
Jesus be offense.
I
I think now.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Aisha. I'll let Aisha.
Okay. I think it's one of those things that you just learn. Oh gosh, to speak with your eyes. You know what I mean, or listen with your eyes. So you'll see things going on, but you don't have to speak on every daggone thing that's going on in your rehearsal or behind the stage. You're there for a particular job. Show up, do that, keep it moving.
Walking clothes hanger.
Sometimes
Yes, walking clothes hanger.
Right,
Exactly.
Unfortunately, and you better be the best clothes hanger that you.
Yes, the best. What? You better be the best.
Know who you're working for.
Right.
Sometimes you walk in and you don't know what the heck is going on. And the same person you see at the rehearsal, that same persona is, not rehearsal, for the,
An audition.
Brain fart. But for the audition, it's not the same personality you might see in the rehearsal.
Right.
Because the diva will come out of everybody.
Oh yes.
When it comes to you putting on their clothes and walking down that runway.
Right.
Yeah, and then what's so funny with you saying that, one thing I can say is just because you got chosen for one show that 1 year,
Right.
don't come back and think that you're gonna get it right in the next show.
Every 6 months I get it.
Yeah.
I get it every 6 months.
You
It's like,
always
well,
have to work
last year you chose me. I don't understand why this year. I don't have anything to do with. I said I was like my size has gone up and down. I've gone been there, done that. So I don't say just because I am Lady Miller or the April in whatever other circles that I'm going to automatically get something.
Right.
I can't remember the last time I've been to an audition, but I walk in just as humbled as I was. Like, I don't want to walk in and be like, oh, that's April from. No, I am April. I'm representing April. If you ask me what I've done, then I can tell you what I've done. And so
I'm gonna pause you real quick, April. Sorry about that. We got a call calling in. Styyle Chronicles, you live on WPB Radio.
Hi, this is Michael Reed. How are you?
Doing good. Hello, Michael Reese. How are you?
I'm well. I just wanted to call. I've been listening. I had a meeting, but I caught last few minutes.
Okay.
And I just wanted to say that I believe her name is Aisha.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys were just talking about her and her being a mother and the things that she went through. She just took me to my childhood. My mother was that, I don't know if she's single and I'm not, that has nothing to do with it, but my mother was that one that had me up under her doing everything that she did that inspired me to do great things when I got older. I know it has nothing to do with the conversation you guys are having about modeling, but it does at the same time because it
It
made
does.
me
Yeah.
and pushed me to be who I am today. So I just wanted to offer the
Oh,
words
wow.
that your son is going to, he's going to step in your footsteps. He's going to follow your lead because you put it out there. You put him in a position to see that all that he wants to do can be done because all that you wanted to be done was done. So that was it was an inspiring story for me. I definitely relate, and I just wanted to say, continue to do what all of you guys are doing. Like I said, I've been listening to everyone, and everyone sounds like they're doing great things. I just wish you guys all the success, but
Oh, thank you so much.
definitely, Miss Aisha, I commend you. You touched my heart with that story, so I just wanted to call in and say thank you for that, and continued success.
Oh, thank you so much for calling
I
in.
appreciate that. Wow.
No,
Thank you.
you guys have a great night. I'm going to continue to listen.
Thank you.
Miss Aisha, your testing turned into a testimony in here.
Yes,
okay?
exactly. She about to say, look, please take a commercial break. I can't do this. Yeah, you know, it's so funny because, you know, you're right, you never know. And you know, just like what April was saying, you never know who's in the room, who's listening, who's watching. And just the fact that, you know, you guys coming in the door, and I know just from working with you guys, I love working with you guys. I mean, this goes back to when we were doing Sex and the City fashion shows, and I mean, we could just say, hey, April, do this, or April, we need you to do this, or April, learn this dance routine real quick. Bam, April be on it. And then, you know, coming down and doing some Antonio Valdez shows or some other shows with, you know, Aisha. And like when we first met her, it was like a big goof. It was like we were just cracking up laughing backstage. And like, it's so interesting because a lot of people, when it comes to shows, all you see is just us on the runway.
Right.
That's it. But it is so much, like the days are so long, the prep work, putting that stuff together. So just to come back and actually laugh, have a good time, right before you have to, and dance, yes, because sometimes I have been to shows where you have to hit the wobble on, and you gotta break the shell a little bit.
But I think that's what it is with the new models is that they don't know how to kind of flip flop on that. They're
That's
very
true.
stuck on, I only came here to do this.
Right.
And it's like, but I need you to really do this. And it's like, but, okay, look. Then you have to go into that, you know, kind of motherly moment where you're not trying to, you know, preach at them or, you know, give them too much, but you're here. Like, you're.
Right.
I didn't know that the designers was going to bring the swimsuits, but hey, you're skinny. You have no body fat. Guess what?
Speaking of that, with model etiquettes, now that's one thing that I know that, you know, as your average size models, your petite models, your tall models, curvy models, male models, all around, how important is it to know model etiquette? Aisha?
If you want to call back,
until after an event was done and that photo to be processed and all those things that happen to be like, oh my gosh, I really look like I did a good job versus I caught that picture of you or some video of you walking on the runway and now you're an instant star from doing one thing. So it becomes a situation where I think for me, that's part of my next goal in life is to do etiquette. And it's not so much about modeling etiquette, it's about etiquette in general. That there are certain ways that you speak to people, that you communicate. And so speaking and communication are two different things. And then how you carry yourself in all situations. Like we are here cracking up and joking, but we've never, we haven't been in here, just cutting our language either.
Right.
We very well, we understand this is a professional moment. Even on our breaks, we weren't just letting the teas fall and whatever. We kept it very, very, very professional, and we know each other outside of this arena, and that's where I feel this new generation, they don't know how to turn it on and off. They think everything is casual.
Right.
Everything's not casual.
Yeah,
well,
that's true.
Not just, and I just want to add on to it. It's not just that it's casual, but it's all about them as well.
That's a good one.
And I think sometimes they have to remove themselves. It's not about this show's not about you. That is not your name.
You are one.
And after they finish doing your makeup and your hair, you're gonna look like everybody else walking down. The only thing that's gonna differentiate you from them is your walk.
Yeah.
For me, that's what stood me Like, okay, I'm tall, I'm thin, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
But once you see a walk, you're like, oh, okay, shoot, let me go sit down for a minute. Okay.
And I can say that's what
It's just
has
knowing.
put me out there is that I do get lost because I am short. So
Mhm.
I do get lost in that, she can't do it. She okay, we gonna wait. Then it's like, oh, well, who are you again? It's like, yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Now, when that happens, how does that make you feel? Like, I mean, because since you have been in the game for a good while, how does that make you feel even to this day?
I will say that it took me a minute. I've come from, a big head. I mean, because I was doing shows every week. I mean, you're talking about, with Will and with Terrence and with Tristan and with Carl. Like, I was doing it. Like, I was like,
Right.
okay, I got this.
Right.
I got this. I got this. Okay, nobody tell me nothing.
You need me to close the show. Oh, okay.
Okay. And then one day it was, okay, let's see how other people are taking it. So it's like, oh, here come April. And I was like, okay, I don't like that. Like, I don't want to be that person.
I'm
I don't
gonna
want to be.
pause you real quick. Got a call. WPB Radio, you live on the Styyle Chronicles. Woo.
Say that fast.
Exactly.
Good evening, it's Terrence.
Oh, Mr. Styles! You know I gotta give you the live studio audience.
How are you guys?
Great.
How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
That's good. It's executive producer turned Styles. Welcome to her. Her.
Yeah.
Another Monday for Model Appreciation Month. Absolutely wonderful. I heard that the young lady born earlier.
Yeah.
Absolutely cool.
Yes, and you weren't here to get all the energy from them.
And your phone breaking up a little bit. That's that Atlanta signal. See, that's what happens when you move to Atlanta.
I felt the little energy through the radio, though. I felt they were on point.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. I was calling it I love April. April second time for the first season.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yes. I know we got a chance to talk a little bit, but I mentioned, I was like, I think she was on, because I know some things she was talking about. Yes.
One of the very first season when we weren't even with WPB Radio. We were in our first season. We were in the basement.
Yes.
In the basement.
You remember April?
I do, and now I thought it was in the same place, and I was like, oh, I can go to Friendly's afterwards and get me some ice cream.
You can go right over to Wendy's and get you some ice
Not
cream.
the same.
But I'm glad that you came back on the show.
Thank you.
For almost 5 years.
Yes. Wow. Yes, it just goes to show that season. I am, and I'm happy that you were able to call in, and this is, I can't wait. And I see you all over our social media doing big
Yes.
things.
Yeah, you know me, I'm doing my due diligence here, I'm trying very, very hard. It's not easy when you take it in your life and move it somewhere else, you need everything else, you can stop around with it at the front. It's not easy whatsoever, but I commend people, if you really have it in your heart, do it, and do it, no matter what.
Sometimes you gotta rip the Band-Aid.
Yes.
But I'm gonna get through it, so.
Yeah. And like April said, sometimes you gotta rip the Band-Aid. You just gotta keep pushing forward.
There you go, Don. Rip
Yeah.
the Band-Aid. Don't feel it all, you gotta just
Rip it.
But you know what? And it's so funny because I was talking about you, Terrence, this past weekend with somebody. And it's interesting because like a lot of people are afraid to step out there and do stuff. And I mean, we can even bring that into, our chronicle tonight, just with the modeling industry and just people breaking in. You come to shows and it's just like, oh, well, I don't got it. Oh, my walk not like her walk. But I just feel like you have to have doors closed. You have to get put down in order to realize where do I need to be in order to bring myself up. Because if you don't got it, nobody else can tell you how to get it or how, whether or not you actually got it or not. You have to claim it yourself.
Right. And I will say that is commendable to Terrence is that he has done so many different things.
Yes.
From modeling to doing his own, producing his own shows, to doing this show. Like it took, I couldn't have done this. I couldn't have even foreseen how to break into wanting to do this.
Right.
And this is a great platform for so many people on so many different levels that this is amazing, and it's an amazing that you give a month of appreciation to the industry in general.
Yes.
It doesn't matter, you know, your size, your height, your weight, your race, your, you
Not at
know,
all.
it's everything, and so that's commendable to you on that.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to do that. I wanted to, because that's where I came from. I came from that. So like I wanted to do a whole month of that. So April is pretty much that month, and I wanted to continue on with Sean and Danielle this month they took over the show. And you know, I mean, just kind of keep that alive. And I took it back again. I want to say thank you for coming back almost 5 years later, and to, you know, to be on the show. I didn't have no idea you were going to be on the show until I saw the post. I was like, okay, we're going to be on there.
Yes, we're in it now. Yes, now she can put up one whole 5. She literally waited 5. I'm gonna wait 5 seasons to come back. Yes. She walking the door.
Well, whenever you want to have me, I am always willing.
Don't say that, cause you know we may feel that we may need to have you come join me and Miss Baker for a full show.
Whenever you want to have
Give it
me,
a whole
let me
breakdown.
know.
Yes. It's all good love, sir. It's all good love. You already know.
So I saw the pictures from last night. You guys at the time.
Oh my God, absolutely amazing. The cast of Horrorism is absolutely amazing. If you guys haven't checked out Horrorism, please do so on willcproductions.net. But awesome, great. And Pause Life is another web series. Awesome. So, you know, I'm on turns, I'm the same thing, you know, how you are, all about support and, you know, supporting local artists and, you know, going out here and, you know, just helping each other. And that's why I'm like, I'm happy that I got this platform, that me and Miss, that you know, extended this over to me and Miss Baker, that we can actually have, you know, models come in and people that are seasoned, young models come in and actually, you know, just inspire other people and, you know, people that are just sitting at home listening, like the caller that called in, you know, you never know when you're touching somebody. And I'm just happy that, you know, this platform is here.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm not going to hold you guys. I want to call in and say good evening. And April, thank you so much for coming back. Oh, thank you for stepping in.
Oh, well, I'm just happy that I got an invite back, okay? Anytime you need me, I will be here.
Okay, don't say that. Thank you. All right, good night.
And I'm gonna leave you guys and enjoy the rest of the show and have a get home. I love you guys from the bottom of my chronicle heart.
Love you.
All right, Mr. Styles, good tonight. And on that note, I give him an explosion, as he says. Good night.
Have a good night.
Well, it's always great to hear from executive producer Terrence Styles, who you guys can hit up on Facebook at Terrence Styles with 2 Y's and an S, or Instagram, only one Mr. Styles. So, yeah. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break, and then we come back, we're gonna find out what you guys have coming up, and you know, what's happening in your modeling careers, and how can people get in touch with you. And then we're gonna wrap things up with tonight's Chronicle, which is called what, my dear guest co-host?
It is called Her.
Yes, you trying to give me sex appeal tonight.
Yes.
Her. Yes, everybody got it right.
I practiced that the whole way up here, okay?
Really?
Yes, I did.
While you was driving in traffic.
driving.
Now that's what I'm about to say. Now while April is teaching a class on etiquette, just period etiquette, and you know Aisha is inspiring her kids to get into modeling, but she waiting for them to get the diploma officially, and you doing makeup classes. I'm about to start teaching people driving etiquette, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's no reason why at 3 o'clock, 8 a.m. in the morning, it's smooth selling. But at 4:30, 5 o'clock, somebody, somebody is putting on makeup or trying on heels.
My heels are in my trunk.
See, you know what?
Right.
I can't. It's ridiculous nowadays.
But there's
It's
probably
ridiculous.
20 pairs in my trunk, but they're in the trunk.
You know what? See, you always come prepared. I ain't mad about that. But we'll be right back with more Style Chronicles. You got what? TD Jake said it best. Get ready. We'll be back with more Style Chronicles. This has been one awesome show. I had to say it 3 times. Tonight's Chronicle was entitled Her, capital H-E-R. And my guest co-host has been, wow, she's been doing a little bit of everything. And I'm so thankful. Oh my God, we are all thankful that you came and
Yes.
sat and joined me, Miss Hope Joyner of Focus on Me Beauty.
Well, thank you for having me, and I got a chance to see Miss Lady Miller. Well, haven't seen her in years.
Yeah.
I know,
Oh my
right?
God.
Isn't that just amazing how when
It
you see
is.
people, you're like, oh my goodness, it's like, wow. Like,
But
it's
that
been-
speaks volumes of us in general. Like we aren't
Yeah.
that like, oh, hey.
Right,
Right.
exactly. And I mean, and that's the thing about it. And that's the thing about it. I mean, we're here with April Miller, and also on the line is Aisha Watson. But I guess that's the thing. Like we all have like you build this bond. When you do these shows and you start seeing the same people over and over again, and then you start going to shows with them, and then you start going to shows and seeing them in it,
Right.
it's just like, oh my God, how you
Right.
been? I haven't seen you in so long. That
This is like
is
sitting down
yeah.
talking. This isn't an interview. This is sitting down talking to some friends and just
Catching
catching
up.
up.
Yes, catching up. All right, so we're wrapping things up with tonight's Chronicle. So first of all, tell our listeners how can they get a hold of you, and what's some things that you have coming up. Let's start with you, Aisha.
So I can be reached on Facebook, it's Aisha Watson, it's A-I-S-H-A. Instagram is MKG5. And those are the main two. Everything else, I'm on the computer all day, so I'm not going to see it. Here's just the truth. Coming up, working with some photographers on some upcoming projects we have going on, so I'm excited about that. If I'm not mistaken, one more Fashion Week auditions over this weekend. So I'll hit that up again.
Good luck with that, definitely.
Thank you. And let's go ahead and do it.
Okay. Oh, definitely will do. Definitely will do. All right, Miss Lady Miller, what do you have coming up, and how can our listening audience get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me on Facebook, Lady Miller, or Instagram, APH2430. As far as shows, oh my gosh, I have no idea. There's always something going on. So let's see, like I said, I think I have 3 shows in one day this weekend.
Wow.
So I think I got the text that one of my shows is in Burtonsville. So yes, if you want to come out to Burtonsville, yes.
Good old
it will be up.
Burtonsville.
But the other event somewhere in DC. But I really do. At this point, I think I have something every weekend until the middle of June. So
Wow.
I try to put everything up.
Awesome.
I try very hard. It just because you didn't make it doesn't mean it wasn't important. It just slipped my mind. I was going with the flow. And shout out to, the Diamond Club. Like, they are magnificent ladies. We were talking about that, and that is one of my big events. I believe I'm not modeling in it. However, these young ladies are making their way, and that's something big for me.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Then I mean, the fact that that's one reason why I like, I love, talking to April, catching up with April, and the same thing, with Aisha. Y'all two have so much stuff going on, and it's just not like, you can call on either one of you in a heartbeat, and you guys will be there. And I like that, and I like the fact that you're professional. You come in, you get the job done, you look good when you do it, and that's a model to me. Okay, that's a her.
That's
a capital her. You gotta do the finger and all that. Her. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So Miss Hope Joyner,
Yes.
tell us a little bit of how our listeners can find you.
All right, so you can reach me on Instagram at Focus on Me Beauty. You can reach me on Facebook at Focus on Me Beauty Joiner, and you can visit my website at www.focusonmebeauty.com. Also,
Okay.
I teach makeup classes.
Yes.
So we actually have a Love Your Beauty event on Sunday, May 10th from 2 to 5 p.m. in Adams Morgan, D.C. So you can
On
actually
Mother's Day.
go, yes ma'am. So
Yes, treat
it's
your
actually going to
mother.
be, and that's exactly what it's for. So you can actually treat your mom. So it's actually, you can actually go to loveyourbeauty6.eventbrite.com and purchase your tickets. So
Yay.
great Mother's Day gift.
And you know what? Just for you saying that, I don't know. I'm jumping out there, but I don't know if Miss Watson has anything planned for that day. Do you have something planned for Mother's Day, my dear?
Not yet, no.
Well, if you don't, the Styyle Chronicles and myself would like to treat you to this class. Yes, we would like to sign you up for this
Yes,
class.
ma'am.
On behalf of the Styyle Chronicles.
Now, I'm just gonna throw out there that we might need a model. Like,
Yes, there you go. Yes, bring your mom. So we'll treat you. The Styyle Chronicles will treat you, and then you can pay it forward, and you can treat your mom. How about that? All right, so we'll talk a little bit more about that off air. We'll talk a little bit more about that off air, but yeah, exactly. Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys so much. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Like, this has been a wonderful, wonderful show. All right, so we're wrapping things up with April Lady Miller and the lovely Aisha Watson. And tonight's chronicle was entitled Her. Next week we will be continuing Model Appreciation Month, and our chronicle is going to be entitled Mr. And our guests will be our male models. So this should be really interesting. We got 2 male models coming in, and they're going to give us the land.
The 411.
Yes, the 411. Yes, the Mary J. Blige, the 411, the tea, the sweet tea, the lemonade, all that. They're gonna give us all that as far as the male, everything.
The Arnold Palmer.
Right, yes! The Shirley Temple. But yes, they're gonna give us the 411 on the male side of the world of the modeling industry, which should be really, really interesting. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And like we said, at the end of the month, we're gonna wrap things off with our curvy models, our full figure models. So that should be an awesome, awesome show. So definitely stay tuned to the next 2 Mondays as we appreciate all the wonderful models that do what you do. And shout out to all the designers, all the producers, the creators, the DJs, the photographers, the makeup artists, hairstylists, anybody, the helpers. How about that? The glams, yes, the glam squad, stage managers, promoters, street teams, all that. You guys, everybody makes up a show. Yes, it takes a village to put on one show. So let's wrap things up with tonight's chronicle message. You got a message for us, Ms. Cole?
I do.
All right, so what's your message for us? Hold on, I gotta give you an intro, because you know I normally give a big, huge intro. So hold on. Not the boo. All right, take us away.
All right. So my message tonight is, I don't have to fake it till I make it. I'll faith it, F-A-I-T-H, faith it till I make it. And when I make it, I will still have faith.
All right.
Thank you.
You came here.
Yes, I was prepared.
You know what?
I was prepared.
Miss Baker must have put some type of spices in that seat, because that was one of those messages, or Chronicles messages she would normally hit with. You know what? Give it to us one more time.
Listen, okay?
Okay, that's good. Every Monday. How about that? Until June when we wrap the season up.
Look, I'm loyal.
Yes.
But again, that message is, I don't have to fake it till I make it. I'll faith it till I make it. And when I make it, I will still have faith.
Oh, yeah. I love that. My God. Yes. Alright, so I'm going to end things off tonight. My chronicle message is, fashions fade, style is eternal.
All right.
Okay.
Once again, fashions fade, but style is eternal. Just like that.
Yes.
Just like that. Well, once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight to an all brand new Styyle Chronicles show. This has been absolutely incredible right here on WPB Radio. Next week, once again, an all brand new Styyle Chronicle is entitled Mr. And our male models will be doing things. Enjoy your week, ladies and gentlemen. The weather is going to be good. Hopefully no rain. If your allergies starting, make sure you get that medicine. But we will be right back here next Monday, and hopefully you'll be here back next Monday as well too. 7 to 10 right here on WPB Radio with your host Sean Smack and what's her name?
Danielle Baker.
Thank you. Shout out to Danielle Baker. Good night, and we love you guys from the bottom of our chronicle hearts. We'll see you on the flip side.